Alright, hello, how's it going? Welcome to episode 5 of Scholarly Playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. I'm a little annoyed right now because I just recorded for 15 minutes. I use OBS to record, and I just realized I was recording for 15 minutes while recording my audio for my voice with Audacity and OBS, which would have caused me all sorts of ridiculous problems, as the audio for the game and my voice would have been recorded in the same audio clip, and I fucking hate that. And that explains why I have extra souls, and why I have a sack on my head, and why I'm gonna have to go over the description of the fucking sack again. Not a big deal. It's fine. The sack. A blood-stained patchwork sack by the undead man-eating cook lurking in the depths. 2 eye holes have been haphazardly cut out. It is unexpectedly soft and comfortable to wear, but it is probably near meaningless in terms of defense. Alright, and the other item that I picked up was the item we talked about in the last episode, the large ember. Ember required for weapon ascension, a large, high-quality ember handled by the blacksmiths of Astora. Ascension for +5 standard weapon allows reinforcement to +10. Also can ascend to +5 standard weapon to raw weapon. Raw weapon can be reinforced to +5. And how many... I also picked up a large Titanite shard while I was down there from one of the enemies that's down there, and well, apparently I have 3 of them. So we could actually upgrade the halberd 2 more times, so let's go ahead and do that. Hail Sanic.
Why not?
I'm sorry I skipped that dialogue. He said he could produce really fine wares with an ember like that. Why not give it to me? So we're gonna give it to him.
Magnificent! You won't be disappointed. I can hardly wait to get started.
He's so excited. And we could use a large Titanite shard to modify the halberd and make it a +6. And we will do that. And then you go back to reinforcing, and you just use large Titanite shards. So, oh, I said armor. Weapon. There we go. Halberd. Okay. +7. Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow. Okay, and we're back at the Firelink Shrine. I'm gonna go ahead and start talking now. We're actually gonna do some quick inventory management while I talk, because we're not gonna be using any of the other weapons in my inventory. We're just gonna be using the halberd. So I'm gonna put all these other weapons in the bottomless box that we bought from the Undead Burg Merchant. It might be smart to leave at least one weapon out as a replacement if I happen to break this one for whatever reason. And there are actually some enemies in the game that can break your weapons just like as a matter of course. Like there's some enemies that do durability loss damage. We'll keep the Ring of Sacrifice, just because there is a part in the game where that's going to be really useful. Spoilers. We're not going to invade anybody, so we put those away. Things to throw are useful, so we'll keep those. I'm not going to use Lloyd's Talisman. Keep the Transient Curse, keep the souls, keep the humanity, put the rubbish away. Alright. Now it should be a lot easier to navigate around our inventory. But a thing I wanted to mention, you should notice the video quality is better. I hope. And that is because I use OBS to record. I think I said earlier. But I've been recording in 1280 by 720 at 30 frames per second. Simply because it's easier on my system, and I've had some overheating issues as of late. I think my cooler is not doing the best job that it could. But I haven't had a chance to save the money to buy a new cooler, because I'm saving money for a car instead. And now you know things about my life. Tell me things about your life in the comments. Where was I? Oh yeah, recording. I had a friend tell me that in OBS, if you switch from software encoding to hardware encoding, it's a lot easier on your computer. And I tested it out, and the CPU temperature actually stayed down in like the 30s and 40s. So I was like, oh damn, maybe I can record a higher res. And looking at the CPU now, it's in like the 50s, which is phenomenal. Usually when I record, it's in like 70s to 80s. But yeah, and I'm recording in 1080-60. And according to OBS, there is less of that square pixelated type looking thing and blurriness that I've gotten in some of my previous videos when you're not scaling. So hopefully that is correct. You notice that. And if you do, you're welcome. Getting back to the game. Aware down here in the depths, and you gotta always be aware of your surroundings in the depths, because there's, fuck. I guess that guy doesn't respawn. But, there's a guy, a big butcher guy with a couple of cleavers that stands up there. And you come in here to rescue the pyromancer, which I also already did with that recording mishap. And when you come back out, he'll drop on you. But the pyromancer is hiding in this barrel right here in the corner. Well, not hiding. He's stuck in it. I don't know how he got stuck in a barrel. I also don't understand how he can't let himself out of a wooden barrel as a pyromancer. But you know, whatever. But we talked to him. He basically said he was really grateful and went to the Firelink shrine. And he'll teach us pyromancies if we want. But that is not the type of character I'm going for in this game. In this playthrough. Almost died there. That would have been embarrassing. But yeah, as you can see, enemies around every corner, and there's plenty of places for them to hide. Another couple of enemies that I guess don't come back. There's a butcher dude cutting meat behind this table, and another dog right here. And they were guarding this chest, which is where I found the large ember. And now you're all caught up. I also realized that I've made my videos a little too long in the past because I didn't realize that when I make like detours and do the all hail Sanic thing and go super fast, I only make the video about 2 minutes longer when I do that. And I've been recording for like 10 minutes longer to compensate for it. Greatly overestimating how much time I'm spending doing that. You can see a blob moving around up there. He'll drop on your head if you don't do that. Well, he'll still drop on your head if you do that, if you're directly under him. But he has, like, bony shards inside of him. He covers you, and then he stabs you with the bony shards, and absorbs you, and kills you. And he would probably just kill us right away with as low a health as we have, if he were able to grab onto us. See, he's trying to stab us right now. What a dick. hopefully I'm not reducing my weapon durability by too much. I could go over that a little bit. When you hit your weapon against walls and stuff, it decreases your weapon's durability. I have a feeling I'm decreasing my weapon's durability by quite a lot by swinging it around in a circle in this tight spot. As you can see, every time there's sparks, that's my weapon hitting the wall. Let's see. Yeah, not by a lot actually, only 6. It's not too bad. We might have just gotten that just from killing enemies. So maybe it doesn't decrease the durability. Maybe they're a little more lenient with the halberd because it's more likely you're going to hit walls. I don't know. Anyways, let's spend a little money here. Endurance, yes. We're going to put points in endurance. A bunch of points. I think we're going to keep putting points in endurance till we get to like 20. Ow, ow, ow. Don't hit me with fire. Look at that giant rat. He's so giant and ratty. Now we're in very dangerous territory. Depths is a dangerous place, kids. These rats can poison you, and later on we'll run into frogs that can, curse you. And we picked up the Great Axe. This Great Axe is a veritable mass of iron. Its weight sends foes flying, but makes it difficult to handle without inhuman strength. Any miss makes one vulnerable, as each swing requires the full force of the body. The Great Axe. But we'll fight some frogs that can curse you. And I think I might have talked about it before, but when you get cursed, your character turns to stone, and you die from that, obviously. But when you respawn at the bonfire, half of your health is gone, and it has, whoops, and that is now your new maximum. So your maximum health decreases by 50%. And it stays that way until you use one of them purging stones. And we just picked up a key. Sewer chamber key. Key to the sewer chamber in the depths. In any community, a few bad apples are sure to exhibit insatiable greed. If they were turned undead and banished to the depths, would they reconsider their ways? Use this key to see for yourself. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh my god. And another soul. Good to pick up. Some of them give you quite a few souls. Okay, couldn't remember if that was the room with the rat. Yes, I just remembered it's good to come the long way. Because you can kill that fool. And you may remember this fool from a room with a bunch of those little undead dudes. Wow, we kill him in one hit now. That's fantastic. But that's another one of them enemies that does not respawn after you kill them. And you may recall that he buffed the enemies in that room with all the little undead dudes. When you fight the boss down there in that big room, he will buff the boss in much the same way that he does those enemies, which is very not good for your health. Not good at all. So it's good to come up here and kill him before you go down there and fight the boss. Some people like to give themselves a challenge and fight him without killing that dude. I'm not one of those people. Giant rat! I actually might die here. It's like a mini boss. And he hits pretty fucking hard. Ow. Like I said. Alright, we thwarted him pretty handily. Nothing to worry about. And he gave us humanity. What a nice guy. I forget how you get up there. How do you get up there? Oh, you gotta drop down from up top and walk over. Okay. I don't remember what that item is. We're gonna have fun exploring today. I'm gonna figure out things for myself. It's so exciting. But the shortcut, you drop down through that hole, it would put you on that platform, and then you would drop on the rat, kill him with a plunging attack, and then you would slide down just like I did there, drop here. And if you just go, like, through this doorway here, that'll lead straight to the boss. So it's a pretty easy way to avoid all of the challenges that the depths has to offer, but that's not the way we're playing today. We're gonna explore the entirety of the depths, find all the things. Ow! Bastards. Who are fat. I guess we're kind of missing out on some content. In this area here, if you were in human form, there are a few... What the hell? I've never seen that little rat before. That's crazy talk. So there's a few enemies in the game that are like pretend invaders. They're like enemies that are supposed to fight like players, but are actually NPCs. And we would be invaded by one of those down here. So we're missing out on that because I'm not in human form, but that's okay. They're not like super spectacular or anything. But the one that would invade you here, his name is Knight Kirk. And there are those who call him Captain Kirk. And this place really is labyrinthy. Oh, jeez. No, don't curse me. Okay. Yeah, these are frog things I was telling you about that will curse you. If you stand in that gray smoke they blow out of their mouths for too long, you end up like this guy. All gray and pokey. Knocked him out of the sky. No. Okay. We're good. We're safe. You know, it's pretty interesting how trivial these enemies are with a halberd. Because you can just, like, stand back. So, like, I was able to stab him with, like, relatively no involvement with the smoke. Ring of the Evil Eye. Absorbs HP from fallen enemies. According to legend, this ring contains the spirit of the Evil Eye, a dark beast which assaulted Astora. The strength of the Evil Eye does not waver, and HP is absorbed from fallen enemies. Fascinating. So that's like a leeching ring. Awesome. So if you wanted to make like a regeneration build where you like gain health from hitting enemies, which there are actually some shields and weapons that do the same thing, you could also grab that ring. But we just picked up another item. Eye of Death. Lure phantoms from other worlds. Online play item. Lure phantoms from other worlds. Only Covenanter can use the item, while Hollows cannot. The dreadful eyes of death spread disaster across neighboring worlds. Phantoms lured to the host world may end up as victims, allowing the eyes of death to multiply, and leading to further proliferation of bane. So I don't remember this for 100% certain, so don't. Oh shit! I just dropped in here. That's where I got the evil eye ring. Don't take this like directly at face value, but if I recall correctly, there's one of the bosses. His name is Gravelord Nito. If you go to see him early, a secret way, ominous, secret ways, you can join his covenant and become a Gravelord. And the Eyes of Death, I believe, are tied to his covenant. You use those to, like it says, lure other phantoms to your world. But I believe they also, like, they cause stronger enemies to appear in that person's world. And that's called grave lording. And basically, the invaders appear like in completely red aura. Oh, jeez. Whoa, we almost died. The guy almost dropped on our head. But yeah. Then stronger enemies appear with a red aura about them, and they have like 3 times, or 4 times, or 5 times, like a lot more health than other enemies, and they hit a lot harder too. But we've stumbled across another merchant.
Aye, Shemai, and good day to you. I'm Donald of Xena. I'm just, well, a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
Purchase item. The gold pine resin applies lightning to right-hand weapon. You already knew that. And he sells crystal weapons and crystal shields. He sells his own armor. After you've talked to this guy and purchased at least 1 item from him, I believe. So we'll go ahead and do that now. We'll just buy one of these. You know what? Fuck it. Let's buy, like, all of them? Yeah. He'll be pleased with you enough to stay at the Firelink Shrine, and he stays where you find that ring of sacrifice, that ledge you have to jump over to under the bridge. And as you defeat bosses throughout the game that are humanoid and wear armor themselves, you can purchase their armor from him. It's a really cool guy to have at your Firelink Shrine.
Thank you. That was a fine trade. I have this funny feeling we'll meet again soon.
Sweet. So now we got that guy. And the sewer chamber key, I believe, opens this. It does not. I lied. I'm a liar. Don't listen to me. But we're gonna go fight the boss now. Through here. There's a few more items to pick up. Not there. Eminent Fatty. Nice. Did we get the orange soapstone? I don't think we did. I think that we did not. And I think correctly. We didn't. Sad day. Sad day. I don't know why I put the white soapstone on my bar. I don't know if I will in this playthrough. I might. But traditionally, after I defeat the Gaping Dragon, I'll leave my soapstone sign at his doorway as I leave the depths. And so, like, if somebody summons me before I get completely out of the depths and my sign disappears, then I can help them defeat the dragon as well. I know there's an item down here. Yeah, there it is. A heavy crossbow. Powerful large crossbow. While bows require both hands, a crossbow is held in one, but arming each bolt takes time. It has the same description as the light crossbow, apparently. That's annoying. Unfortunate stuff. Let's go ahead and buff our weapon. So we have a pretty well upgraded weapon. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gaping Dragon. Now you want to wait for these. And then you stab him in the face and run to the side. And you pretty much just rinse and repeat. And you can cut off his tail and get a weapon. Yeah, there's a little hint there. You probably already figured it out by now, but any enemy that has a tail, like a boss, pretty much any one of them that has a tail, you can cut the tail off and get a weapon out of it. And that's the Gaping Dragon. The Blighttown Key. The standard helm, hard leather armor, hard leather gauntlets, hard leather boots. And we got 25,000 souls for killing him. Alright, we picked up quite a few items during that fight. The first of which we'll go over is the Dragon King Great Axe. This axe, one of the rare dragon weapons, is formed by the tail of the Gaping Dragon, a distant, deformed descendant of the everlasting dragons. The axe is imbued with a mystical power to be released when held with both hands. A lot of the special weapons, if you hold it in two hands and then you do the R2 attack, which is heavy attack, they'll have a special power that they use, but I can't show you what this one's is because I don't have the strength required to wield it. It requires 50 strength. If you recall, the soft cap is 40. So you have to spend 10 points in strength beyond where it's useful to be able to wield that, which I guess makes it useful. Anyways, the hard leather armor. Armor made of thick leather, very common type of protective gear. It provides a sound level of defense. And I'm pretty sure the other pieces of the set say the same thing. They do. They just say gauntlets and legs and junk. The heads sometimes say different things, though. Yeah. A sturdy helm made of iron. Very common type of protective gear, the blah blah. It is wise to wear a sturdy form of head protection against arrows and other physical threats. Okay. But we have defeated the Gaping Dragon. Isn't that fun? I think we're actually going to call it there. I'm at about 35 minutes. We'll go ahead and just use a Homeward Bone, get back to the Firelink Shrine. Or I guess it'll put us in the top of the depths. That's fine. But if you enjoyed this episode, leave me a like. If you enjoyed me, subscribe. And don't forget to watch The Defenders of Kobold. And you all have a very nice whatever time it is where you are. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Get the